Hey everyone. Man. um Basically, okay, to get the point across, I'm making this video cuz some of you might not know this, but I've now had this channel for 5 years as of today. I made this back in Valentine's Day of 2020, and I wanted to make something special for this. Not just because it's another year, but because it's been 5 years now. And I'm just remembering back, and it's really interesting because I made this like a month before COVID was a thing, and now we're all the way over here in 2025, and I don't know. I kind of feel really shocked, almost too shocked for words, but I'm gonna try my best to get through and say some stuff anyway because I want to make sure that I'm able to do that. So for the 5th year anniversary, I was thinking that I haven't drawn Mistysky in a while. I want to draw Misty again because, Misty is kind of the icon of the channel. And I don't know, I haven't really shown you guys any recent artwork of Misty. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do a redraw. So here's the redraw, basically. I don't think Misty's design has really changed much. I mean, I think they look relatively the same. What does surprise me though is that I'm now looking at my art style from 2020 versus my art style now, and my god, has it changed. I don't know if it's changed for the better or for the worse, and I don't know if the change is super drastic, but I'm starting to like finally see some of the differences, and it just kind of surprises me because I don't think I've ever really done a comparison of my artwork like this. I don't usually do redraws or try to do like a second attempt at my own artwork. So this was definitely a surprise to see. Um, yeah, I'm really happy about this though. I'm This isn't like in a bad way. Like I'm actually happy to see that I've done something different and things have been changing. Only one thing I kind of wish I could change though is maybe like move away from having circular heads because that's something that definitely has not changed and probably would be beneficial if I did. Um, yeah, I think that's about all that I can really say about Misty. Um, Besides that, I did also want to give you guys a small update in terms of the channel and how exactly that's going, because I think I mentioned that I might have done that for the last video that I had up, but I'm not 100% sure. So in terms of what's going on, I still want to try to complete any kinds of projects that I have sitting around. Like I know I have a map for Mouse Fur, I have one for Golden Flower, I have this event map that I have that I am almost finished with. I just have the intro and the outro to finish, and that will be it. And then on top of that, I'm not sure if there's anything else. Oh yeah, there is one more. There is a Scourge PMV, which originally I wanted to do that for today, but unfortunately things have just been way too busy for me to complete what still would have been like at least a minute and a half left of it. So yeah, I will link it in the description though, or probably if you just go onto my channel and look up oldest videos on there, it's the first one that should appear. It's the first thing I ever uploaded onto YouTube. Yeah, but besides that, well, I do want to finish those projects, and those are a priority for me in terms of what's going to go on with this channel. Again, I am going to go ahead and say that I don't know when exactly they're going to be done. Again, my life is just really busy at the moment. Still at school full time. I'm also doing like an internship or a volunteer experience outside of it, and honestly just life is super crazy right now, so I cannot guarantee when those projects will be finished. It could be a couple of months, could even be like another year or so. I don't really know. Please have some patience. I will try to get them out as soon as I possibly can. With that being said, I am potentially considering doing something new, and what I'm considering is potentially starting to make a series. Now, I don't think it's necessarily going to be how do I explain this? It's not necessarily going to be I guess like a narrative of sorts, or like I guess like what most animated TV shows are like, in the sense of like, we have like different episodes and they follow along with the plot and stuff along those lines. Instead, I kind of want to do something that's almost within the realm of like story time videos, except not exactly. I kind of want to put a twist onto it, because a small warning here for politics, but particularly U.S. politics. But I think I've mentioned in the previous video that we now have a new president, and he has been making some interesting decisions in the White House, and honestly, they kind of scare me. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. They scare me a lot, because a lot of them end up affecting me in multiple different ways. And on top of that, they also affect a lot of the people that I care about. And a lot of the evidence and the language that they use to talk about people that are going to be affected by these policies it's language and arguments that concern me, because a lot of them are done either they're usually done out of misinformation of some sort, or are based on stereotypes, and unfortunately it can leave a lot of us that are a part of marginalized communities in a not very good image. So, because I've already stated a couple of times in the past, but like, I'm autistic, I'm also Mexican American, so there's definitely a couple of things out there that I'm just sitting here kind of worrying about, especially after what's been going on for the past couple of weeks. So to kind of do something related to it, I want to put my effort into something that is related to it, but also something that I feel like anyone can get some good out of. I want to try to potentially start up a series where maybe I can talk about some of my personal experiences as like someone who is autistic, or as someone who is Mexican American, or there's a couple of other things as well, but we can get to those in the future, and maybe even talk about the concept of like intersectionality, which for those who don't know basically means that like you can be a part of multiple identities at the same time. In fact, most of people's personalities and identities are made up of multiple different things. So I kind of want to bring up the concept of that, and how maybe like certain parts of me impact others depending on situations and stuff along those lines. And I kind of want to open up that discussion because, again, there's a lot of assumptions, there's a lot of stereotypes, there's a lot of misinformation that goes on around there, that goes on around a lot of the world, but especially here in the US, especially among politicians. And I kind of want to do something that maybe doesn't put us in such a negative and I guess villainizing, I'm not sure if that's the right word for it, but maybe a perspective that doesn't villainize us as much. So yeah, I'm considering potentially doing something like that. I don't know when that will be. I don't know when exactly I'm going to be able to get started on that, though, because again, I'm just super busy these days. So that might take a while to do. But if any of y'all are interested in that, please let me know, because that's something that I definitely feel a little bit more passionate about, and I would really like to do something related to that. So yeah, I think I'm honestly just gonna leave it at here, because I don't really know what else to talk about, and again, I'm just kind of tired. But I think I'm just gonna end off with just saying a thank you to everyone who has been watching my stuff at any point in time, but especially for those who have stuck around for 5 years now. It means a whole lot to me. It's been amazing to be on this platform for such a massive amount of time. I think this is the first place that I actually had a social media account on. So it's definitely been it's been a huge deal for me, and I feel like I've been able to not only meet so many great people, but also the fact that this is like, I don't know, this was a platform that I also got to focus a lot on my art. And kind of with this redraw, I was able to eventually, get it to be at least a little bit better in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it great, but it's it's led to some consistency and, some changes. And I like that. And I'm really proud of the stuff that I've been able to do on here. So, yeah, I think that's about it for me. Hope y'all are okay. Please take care and please stay safe out there.